Last month, Sarah walked into my clinic with chronic fatigue, brain fog, and gut issues that 6 other doctors couldn't solve. Her blood work showed sky-high inflammation markers, and she was taking 3 different medications just to get through her day. After just 21 days of adding one unusual food to her diet, these little guys right here, her energy doubled, her gut discomfort vanished, and her inflammation markers dropped by 42%. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Stephen Gundry, heart surgeon and medical researcher, and what I'm about to share with you today might completely change how you think about your health. What most doctors won't tell you is that there's an ancient superfood that's been hiding in plain sight for thousands of years. It's not even a nut at all, but it could be the missing link in your health journey. And today, I'm going to reveal exactly what it is and how it works. By the end of this video, you'll discover why this forgotten food is a gut health miracle that feeds your gut buddies better than almost anything else, how it contains a special type of resistant starch that most Americans are desperately lacking, the surprising connection between this food and dramatic improvements in heart health, and exactly how much you need to consume for maximum benefits without the downsides. But first, let me ask you this. Have you been eating healthy foods that are actually sabotaging your health? Because that's exactly what most of my patients discover when they first come to see me. This unassuming little tuber is called a tiger nut. And despite its name, it's not actually a nut at all. It's a small root vegetable that's been consumed by humans for over 6,000 years. In fact, researchers have found evidence that tiger nuts made up about 80% of our ancient ancestors' diet in prehistoric times. But here's the shocking truth about tiger nuts that your doctor probably doesn't know. They contain the perfect balance of resistant starch and prebiotic fiber that your gut microbiome is literally starving for. You see, in my 25+ years researching human nutrition and treating thousands of patients with chronic conditions, I've discovered that most modern health problems begin in the gut. When your gut buddies aren't properly fed, they can't protect you from the constant barrage of dietary lectins and other plant toxins that are destroying your health. Many people eat foods like this thinking they're doing something good for their health, when in reality, they're feeding the wrong bacteria and creating what I call a gut civil war. The result: inflammation, autoimmune condition, weight gain, and accelerated aging. Tiger nuts, on the other hand, contain a special form of resistant starch that acts as the perfect fertilizer for your beneficial gut bacteria. In a 2019 study published in the Journal of Functional Foods, researchers found that tiger nut consumption increased short-chain fatty acid production by 31%. That's crucial because these compounds repair your gut lining and reduce inflammation throughout your entire body. But that's not all. Tiger nuts are also incredibly rich in magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that a shocking 68% of my patients are severely deficient in. These electrolytes are absolutely essential for proper heart function, blood pressure regulation, and preventing dangerous arrhythmias. The slightly sweet, nutty flavor makes them nature's perfect snack. But before I tell you exactly how to incorporate them into your diet, let me show you what makes tiger nuts truly unique compared to other so-called superfoods. Let's talk about what happens in your gut when you eat tiger nuts versus other foods you might think are healthy. When you consume processed carbohydrates or even many whole grains, they're quickly broken down into sugar, causing insulin spikes and feeding harmful bacteria in your gut. Even many fruits can cause this same problem. But tiger nuts work completely differently. Their resistant starch passes through your small intestine undigested, That's why it's called resistant and arrives in your colon where your beneficial bacteria feast on it. This produces butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that repairs your gut lining and reduces what I call leaky gut syndrome. In my practice, I've seen patients with severe autoimmune conditions experience remarkable improvements simply by increasing their butyrate production through foods like tiger nuts. In one particularly striking case, a 57-year-old patient named Michael came to me with rheumatoid arthritis so severe he could barely open a jar. His conventional doctors had him on 3 different immunosuppressive medications with terrible side effects. After just 60 days of incorporating tiger nuts and eliminating lectin-containing foods, his inflammation markers dropped by 67%, and he was able to work with his rheumatologist to reduce his medication dosage. But there's something else unique about tiger nuts. That makes them superior to other resistant starch sources like potatoes or rice. They contain a special profile of fatty acids, including oleic acid, the same heart-healthy fat found in olive oil. This combination of resistant starch and beneficial fats is extremely rare in the plant kingdom. A 2018 study in the Journal of Cardiovascular Research found that participants who consumed just 1 ounce of tiger nuts daily for 12 weeks saw their LDL cholesterol drop by an average of 11%, and their HDL cholesterol, that's the good kind, increased by 8%. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried tiger nuts before? Or have you been incorporating other resistant starch foods in your diet? Let me know in the comments below and share any changes you've noticed in your health. So how exactly should you incorporate tiger nuts into your daily routine? Let me show you exactly what I recommend to my patients. First, you can simply enjoy them as a snack. About 1 ounce, that's a small handful, is the perfect daily serving. Unlike conventional nuts, they're incredibly satiating due to their unique combination of fiber, resistant starch, and healthy fats. Many of my patients report that their afternoon cravings completely disappear after adding tiger nuts to their lunch. Tiger nut flour is another excellent option, especially for those following my plant paradox protocol or anyone avoiding conventional grain-based flours. It has a naturally sweet, nutty flavor that works beautifully in baking. I have several patients who have reversed their type 2 diabetes, who now use tiger nut flour for occasional treats without spiking their blood sugar. Tiger nut milk is a fantastic alternative to both dairy milk and other plant milks that contain problematic lectins. Unlike almond milk, which is high in inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids, tiger nut milk provides beneficial resistant starch and a creamy texture without the downsides. But here's a crucial warning. Not all commercial tiger nut products are created equal. Many companies add sugars or process them in ways that destroy their beneficial properties. Always look for raw, unroasted tiger nuts without additives. The roasting process can damage the resistant starch structure and significantly reduce its benefits. I'll put links to my recommended brands in the description below. Now, I know many of you have been asking about other superfoods I've mentioned in previous videos. Let me address some of your specific questions. Mary Thompson asked, Dr. Gundry, how do tiger nuts compare to green plantains for resistant starch? Great question, Mary. Both are excellent sources, but tiger nuts have the advantage of also containing those heart-healthy fats I mentioned earlier. Plus, they're much easier to incorporate into your diet since plantains need to be cooked properly to maximize their resistant starch. James Wilson commented, "I've been using inulin powder for prebiotic fiber. Is this as effective as whole foods like tiger nuts?" James, while inulin is certainly beneficial, isolated fiber supplements don't provide the complete matrix of nutrients found in whole foods like tiger nuts. I recommend using both for optimal gut health. Now, as powerful as tiger nuts are, they're just one piece of the optimal health puzzle. Let me show you how they fit into my broader nutritional philosophy. The biggest mistake I see people make is focusing on just one superfood, instead of creating a comprehensive approach to feeding their gut buddies. Tiger nuts work best when combined with other polyphenol-rich foods that further enhance their benefits. For instance, combining tiger nuts with leafy greens and low-sugar fruits like berries creates what I call a microbiome multiplication effect. The polyphenols in these foods act as fuel for the beneficial bacteria that are flourishing thanks to the resistant starch from tiger nuts. In my clinical practice, patients who follow this combined approach see far better results than those who simply add one superfood to an otherwise problematic diet. Take this patient's results, for example. After 3 months of incorporating tiger nuts along with eliminating dietary lectins and adding polyphenol-rich foods, their C-reactive protein, a key marker of inflammation, dropped from 4.8 to just 0.6. Their HbA1c, which measures long-term blood sugar, went from 5.9 to 5.2. And their gut permeability test showed a 78% improvement. But there's another crucial factor we need to discuss: timing. When you consume tiger nuts matters almost as much as the fact that you're eating them at all. I recommend having your serving of tiger nuts as part of your first meal of the day or as a mid-afternoon snack. This timing helps stabilize blood sugar throughout the day and prevents the energy crashes that send most people reaching for sugary snacks or caffeine. I'm curious, what time of day do you typically experience energy crashes or cravings? Let me know in the comments, as this can be a huge clue about your metabolic health and gut function. Now, let's put everything together with a simple action plan that you can start implementing today. Step 1. Begin with just a tablespoon of tiger nuts daily, either whole or as flour added to your morning smoothie. This allows your gut bacteria to adjust gradually. Step 2. After 1 week, increase to 1 ounce daily, about a small handful. Step 3. Combine with other gut-supporting foods like cruciferous vegetables, berries, and olive oil to maximize benefits. Step 4. Eliminate or significantly reduce competing foods that feed harmful bacteria, especially processed grains, conventional dairy, and sugar. Step 5. Track your results. Notice changes in your energy, digestion, sleep quality, and mental clarity. These are the first signs that your gut buddies are thriving. Here's my challenge to you. Try this tiger nut protocol for just 14 days. That's all it takes to begin experiencing noticeable changes in how you feel. Take note of your energy levels, digestive comfort, and mental clarity before you start, and again after 2 weeks. I predict you'll be amazed at the difference. And if you're dealing with serious health issues like autoimmune conditions, insulin resistance, or chronic inflammation, don't lose hope. I've seen countless patients transform their health by making these simple dietary changes. In my next video, I'll be revealing the ultimate guide to cooking with superfood nuts, recipes that heal your gut and heart, where I'll show you exactly how to prepare delicious meals using tiger nuts and other healing foods. You'll discover easy recipes that make these superfoods taste amazing while maximizing their health benefits. Until then, I'm Dr. Stephen Gundry, and I'm always looking out for you and your gut buddies. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit. Remember, health is a journey we're on together, and sometimes the most powerful medicines are hiding in plain sight. This little tuber might just change your life. I'll see you in the next video.